Hello everybody and welcome to today's demo video. In this video we're going to take a look at the new Asset Select Plus control as part of the Vision Library Plus symbol collection for AVEVA PI Vision. Okay, let's go. So before we get started, we want to create our assets to be able to do the actual asset context switching. So what we do is we choose our production lines over here, pull in one of those attributes. We're going to create a simple chart. We're going to use the combo chart as well as that little gauge here, so we can see that the asset context switching works. We could technically use the default asset search, but that has a lot of limitations. So in this example, we're going to show you how the new Asset Select Plus control works. So first we select the Asset Select Plus from the symbol pane. Then we're going to pull any attribute of our desired asset onto the display. Initially it will just show the single asset. What I can do now, I can pull in multiple assets as well to be able to select between those assets. But honestly, I don't want to do that manually. I want my assets to be pulled in automatically. So what I do is I do right click and then add dynamic search criteria. And now you can already see that it started populating all the assets. I'm going to go ahead and change to return all descendants, increase the number of results, and then click refresh. So I really make sure that we get all our assets. So as you can see now, it's already showing us our asset tree. So I can expand and collapse my assets over here. And once I click one of those assets, it's automatically going to change the asset context. So there's a couple of configuration options that I can do with the Asset Select Plus. First is the basic layout. Default is going to show like a static lister tree view like in this example, but I can also turn this into like an expandable collapsible drop-down menu. If I select the collapse button over here, it's going to turn the symbol into like this expandable and collapsible list. But for now we're going to stick with the static view. As far as the view itself goes, there's a couple of configuration options that I can do. I can choose to either have like a tree over here or switch to a basic list view. I can choose to show, hide the asset icons as well as individual asset descriptions if I have those. And I can even show column headers, which is going to be interesting later on if we show actual attribute values as well. As for the style, there's some basic configuration options I can do, like the background colors and everything, change the selection colors. So you're free to customize the symbol to your liking. With the header, I can do the same. I get to change like the style and everything. I can change what's displayed, like do I want to have a custom text or always have like the selected asset displayed. This is particularly helpful if you want to do like the expandable view, because you always want to know which assets actually selected. Finally, we have the search bar. I can disable the search over here. The search just allows me to quickly search for a certain asset. It's a first wildcard filtering, so I can do line 1 star, for example. It's going to filter all the lines that start with line 1, for example. So this is all pretty cool, but most of the time you also want to see some process data, like certain values of your assets, and you can do that in your attributes view over here. So what I've used the speed attribute to create it, but it's not shown as a default. But what I can do is I can enable it to show. Now it will show that actual speed value of my production line on the right, and it's also updating automatically. I can even use different calculations, like I can use the current value or like the average, minimum value, whatever you would like to use. And I can even add as many as I want. So for example, I can add my current process step as well and click the show button, and it's going to add that value as well to my asset select. This is where now the header comes back into place that we've seen before. So because if I have multiple values, I would like to show like the names of those attributes. I can do that here as well. Next, I would like to enable some multistating for my asset select. So I can do right click, add multistate. I'm selecting the speed attribute, enable multistate, and now it's automatically applying the multistate color to the assets value. I can use like the background color, the text color, and I can even apply that to the entire asset. So I have all my assets colored depending on my certain process values. If I don't want to show the attribute values, I can hide them easily and just go disable the show, but the multistate is still going to be applied even though the values are not shown anymore. Alright, so that's it. That's the basic configuration for the asset select. Once I save the display and reopen it, I can just go back anytime and select my asset over here, and it's going to change the selected asset on my display. Thank you all for watching, and see you all in the next one very soon.